don't get too excited. It's not what you think. So today I welded that outrigger in place, and I decided I should figure out where all this stuff goes. It's kind of like a puzzle where you don't have a box, and the pieces, though really well made, might not be exactly what they're supposed to be. So I decided I would try to build some of the puzzle to see how things fit together. While doing that, I found a lot more body filler in here. There was a whole metal panel built out of galvanized in there. I have a replacement for this, so it's going away anyway. This second outrigger is not in place. It's in the car, see? But I think what I'm gonna do is tack it in place, but not today. I'm done for the day. I probably should have just tacked that one in place until I made sure that everything was in the right location. But, you know, I didn't do that. I got excited about TIG welding. How did my welds come out? I'll show you warts and all. So, we'll go down here. It's not pretty. It's on there. I need to grind it down and make it beautiful, but it's solid. I did get good penetration all around. So at least there's that. Alright, that's all I've done today. I put the door on to see how this bottom piece fits, but without that other outrigger, nothing lines up yet. Lining up stuff is going to be the #1 challenge on this thing, with so many pieces missing or so rotten that they're just shaky. That other side, I could shake it from here. You can see all the way through it. So, yeah, I think the idea, the way to forward is to piece things together, tack them in place, and make sure they're good before trying to get serious about welding them. Well, I'm about to lose track, so I'm going to start marking them down so I don't forget. Probably not going to do a video every day anymore. Now that I'm into this patching metal, it's a lot of the same stuff over and over. I think it would get really tedious to watch. Last time I worked, I welded this front on, the front outrigger on. Now today I welded up both sides of the sill. Used my TIG welder as a spot welder mostly. Got all these nice leopard print going on. Hit it with a bunch of amperage really short and get a nice little dot. Melts through both sides, and it doesn't get that hot really. You know, the heat signature on these, the ring, it didn't spread too much. Pretty cool. Yeah, so now I'm just kind of like clamping bits in place to make sure that it all fits where I wanted. I found still attached under here, like that much of the original sill that was left. It's down here on the floor somewhere. Oop, here it is. There. That's all of the original sill that was left. Wow. Anyway. Yes, that says it's day 18. And it's been a while since I've shown you what I've been doing. So, how about this? I have the sill in place, both outriggers, but just on the right hand side. Been lots of patching, lots of welding, slow, methodical work. Yeah, that's why I haven't been filming a lot, just because it's so slow. Progress isn't as easy to see like when I was taking it apart and stuff. I ended up doing lots of patches. I had to drive all over Europe to get sheet metal. Had to put a patch in here. Underneath the outrigger, this box was rotted away, so I had to patch that before I could replace this. This outrigger was missing this triangle piece, which came with the other one. So I used the other one to make a pattern to make that one. So that'll be nice and strong. I just finished putting a patch in up here. Had to put a patch in up here where this connects to the inner fender, the wheel well. Yeah, good progress. It's nice seeing it go back together. I think I have two choices. I could put the floor pan in now and have one side done, or I could start on the outriggers on the other side. Not sure what I'm gonna do. Kind of leaning towards floor pan. Anyway, that's where I am. It's starting to look like a car. You could almost sit in that. Just enough room to use your feet as brakes. So I got these outriggers tacked on and ground down to the correct fitting. I need to make a patch for the mudguard, the inner wheel well, because it's all routed out. Go straight in. See, after I get that done tomorrow, I can weld the outriggers on and the sill on, and then the floor plan. Yeah, I could probably get that done in a day. Anyway, that's my progress for today. I can't believe it. I'm still pulling out big chunks of Bondo. It's everywhere. I found a chunk here. They just put a piece of metal over the back and filled it in from the front. Crazy. And here's the rear shock that I haven't been able to get off yet. This bolt it's too tight to get a nut in there, a wrench in there. Nothing seems to fit. With it cocked back a bit, I can get on it a little bit, but it's tight. I'm probably gonna cut the nut off and just pull it out that way. Anyway, I played with that for a bit since I was about done for the day. So, slow progress. So this morning I need to make a patch panel for this. So I've cut out a piece of sheet steel and I need to make this edge. So I've taken this bolt, I've cut a little notch in it, and then I've added a couple nuts. The nuts at the depth of it, because that's easier to do with nuts than it is with the cutoff wheel. So then this goes on the edge of your sheet metal, and you go around making a billion tiny little folds until it rounds the edge. Let's go over to the vise, I'll show you better. Anyway, as you keep going around, you eventually form that curve. Just a quick tip for you. And then after you're over 90 degrees, you can just finish it with a hammer. So what you end up with is something like this. Now I've marked it and I'm going to cut it out and weld it onto the car. Once it's done and welded in place, it looks a lot like this. So I'll finish it up later, but it's in there enough to weld this piece to it, which was the whole point of the exercise. Have some solid metal to weld to. Anyway, one piece done, another 200 to go. So I'm prepping to put in the floor pan, and I started cleaning up the rail. Thought I'd show you this. Here's a good one. You can see the original weld where the original floor pan was. And there's a series of them. They were just stitch welded into place. So I am going to match that. You can see this is what I did on the other side. Over there. There they are. Well, that's the end of the day. I was hoping to get the other floor pan in, but instead I had to do this patch. This was there's a big rotten section in here, and then there's like a crack down here and more rot down here, so I just took it all off. Right now it's just tacked in, so it's colorful. I'll stitch it all back together tomorrow, and then put in the floor pan, and hopefully I don't run out of argon. The only bottle I could find around here was this 20-liter bottle. It's like a half-size bottle in American standards, I think. It's small, but so I may have to run to the store. Hopefully I can get through tomorrow, and then maybe do it next week. Anyway, that's where I am. If you like this video, click the like button below. If you want to come along on the ride as we complete this project, click the subscribe button. If you want to make sure Google reminds you every time there's a new video, click the alarm bell. Your support is very much appreciated.